go to here, and then we will go live again on the video for one wee moment. And I really do apologise for that, guys, but thanks, Myrtle, for letting me know you can hear me. But I'm only learning, and I'm learning how to share my screen with you, share my video with you. I'm learning how to turn all of your videos off so you are all not interacting, how to turn all your microphones off so that you're not disturbing each other. So it's not just that easy to say, wow, let's do a presentation, and there's a lot goes on behind the screen. So I don't know why that's been scribbled on. Do you see that happening there? Who did that? You see that wee red mark just come up on the screen? Can you all see my screen? Can't find second link. And Margaret, the second link is, can anybody tell me you can see my screen? That's another, how did that happen? Yeah, okay, so can you let me know you can see my screen, please? Just text me and let me know you can see my screen. Yes, I can see the screen. Oh, okay, that's good. So let's settle down and continue on. Again, next time we're on, this'll not be happening. So, okay, I'll just go off camera now and go back onto the presentation for you. And we were saying the what do you want, when do you want it, and if you can see a red line underneath here, I do not know how that's just appeared. Maybe I've got a marker or something, but anyway, when do you want it and what do you need to do it? If you don't do this part of it, then you don't have the feeling, you don't have the insight. Why is that scribbling on the screen? Can you see that? How is that happening? Anyway, somebody's got control of my screen, I think, which is not a really good thing, but we'll see what happens. Manage participants. Somebody must have control of my screen. I don't know how to do that. Anyway, so if you've got control of my screen, don't be touching the screen, please. So let's go on to our next slide. So when you find out what do you want, when you need to do it, whatever, it gets you on the right track to success. Because once you know what you want and what you want to be, you tend to try to get on the right track. You'll start getting into action and heading in the right direction. Now, if you listen to that, you'll start getting into action and then heading in the right direction. But if you don't know what it is you want, you'll head off in a different direction. And believe me, you see this little boy here in the cart and you go off on the side wee tangent over here, going over here. It's a long way back and it leads to nowhere. But when you're going in the right direction, it leads to your success. And that's all I'm doing with these modules for you. I'm putting you on the right track. Whether you do it or not is entirely up to you. But these are proven tracks to run on that I'm saying to you here this evening. So the way to go is in the right direction. And don't be going off there for a wee nosy to see what's over there and what's happening over there. And Leanne, can you close your camera? Maybe that's what's happening because you're popping up on the screen. And I'm sure you wouldn't want that, my darling. There we go. And so you need to be on the right track, folks. Honest to goodness, you need to be on the right tracks. Then you can set your goals. And whenever you're setting your goals, you need to set them in short-term goals. You need to set them in medium-term goals. And you need to set them in long-term goals. Now, what happens is a lot of people start looking at their long-term goal and what they want. And that's fine. That's not a problem. But let me tell you something. You see this long-term goal, that's not what gets you out of bed. That's not what gets you whenever you come home from your job and you've maybe had a terrible day on with your job. And this is not the one that you get really, I mean, you're absolutely exhausted and you come home and you say, oh, I've just to do 2 or 3 calls for my forever business and then and then I can take a rest. The long-term goal doesn't make you do the things you need to do to get whatever it is that you want to get. It doesn't. My goal was to pay off my £78,000 of debt. But that's not what motivated me on a daily basis. My short-term goals is what motivated me, and my medium-term goals, but normally my short-term goals. So you need to break down your long-term goal and your medium-term goal into short, and we call it bite sizes, so that you can actually see things happening and feel them happening. So let's say, for instance, your goal was to earn £1,000 a month. And let's say that's what your goal was. And people will say, oh, money's not everything. I can tell you, every single thing that you desire needs money. I'm helping a chap at this moment in time for a charity. I can't help him without money. If you want to do, you go to your church and you put money in the plate. You know, every single thing that you're thinking of. If you're thinking you want more time, money buys you time. If you're thinking you want a new house, if you want a holiday home, if you want a new car, if you want a new career, money sorts all of that out for you. So, when you've worked out what you want, when you want it, then what you've got to do, then we're going to show you how to find out how much money you need to get what it is that you want. So when you break down your long-term goal and the medium-term goals and the short-term goals, and let's say, as I said, you said you wanted to earn £1,000 a month. Well, you then, or let's say the end goal is £10,000 a month, £5,000 a month, £3,000 a month. We'll break it down until, right, okay, well, let's start with 1,000 and what I need to do to get that. And we'll break it down into bite sizes, because believe me, when you earn £1,000 a month, £500, as I was saying to Tiffany and Rand the other night, is life-changing money when you know that that's spare money coming through the door. So if you have £500 or £1,000 coming through the door, then all you've got to do is more off what you were doing to get 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. And that's it. You don't have to do anything different, but you've got to do more of it. Because you wouldn't expect bringing in £5,000 a month and do what you were doing to bring £500 a month into your business. And I'm sure that makes sense to you. So break your goals down, but you must know what they are. What do you want? And then have your long term, like mine was becoming debt-free. And your medium term was being able to live a nice lifestyle while I was going from a long-term one. And my short term was building my business up to thousands of pounds per month so I could go and do it. So that's what I'm saying to you, is to break them down for yourselves. Let me pull this up again. There we go. So, how to get started? That's the question that everybody's asking. How do you get started? You know, how do you get this show on the road? How do I get this going? Well, that's what this module is about for you tonight. I'm going to answer that question for you. And what you're about to see took me years to put together to simplify it so that you can follow an ABC of what to do. So the most crucial thing in your business is people. That's the most crucial thing. You cannot sell a product to somebody if it's not a person. All right, you can sell it to a person for their animal, but it's crucial. People are crucial in your business. So who do you know, but who do they know? And let me tell you, I'm going to show you an example tonight to make you realize. People say, I don't really know very many people. It's the power of networking, is who you know, but who do they know? Because there's people already ready to come into your business and you don't even know them yet. The people that have made me successful in my business, I didn't know them 25 years ago, but other people did know them. So who do they know? Now, this little business wheel here on the screen is what can change your life beyond your recognition. If you just simply do what I'm going to show you now, it is life-changing. And if I'm saying to you with my 25 years experience that this works, why would you not do it? So this is what you call your business wheel, so that you can start your business off. Or if you're already successful in the business, keep doing your wheels, because these are what will change. And when you bring people into the business, do their wheels, help them do their wheels, and help those people do their wheels, and you will change beyond recognition. It will change, honestly. So it's as simple as this. So at the beginning, you're going to fill in the wheel, and normally you'll fill in the wheel at the very beginning with people who you know. And they will be your nearest and dearest and your friends. And don't forget old friends, friends you used to work with, friends that you used to go to school with. I'm actually speaking to a girl who I went to school with when I was 16. And I'm not telling you many years ago that was. And your aunties and your mummies and your uncles and your cousins and all of them will fill your wheel for you. And maybe you need two wheels. Maybe you need, we were talking Tiffany and Ryan was doing his wheel and Tiffany was doing her wheel. So maybe you need to do two wheels. Maybe you need to do three wheels. But I'm giving you an example of who do you know wheel. And by just doing this, how you can network through this and create a beautiful business for yourself. Because there's 20 names up there. Now, you, as I say, you could have 2 sheets, you could have 3 sheets, you could have 4 sheets. But let's show you the power of 20 names. Because I said to you, who do they know? So those 20 names each know at least 100 people. And then when you network through those people, then you never have to go and look for another person again if you network correctly. So let's say there's Pat, and Pat knows at least 10 people. At least 10 people. And Pat's people, maybe you don't know them, but Pat will support you if you will teach you things to say and whatever. Pat might do a launch for you. Pat might want to come into the business. Oh, and she knows at least 10 people. So I'm sure you're nodding your head, yeah, it's possible that Pat would know 10 people. Well, the people that's in my organization, I knew one person, they introduced that person, they introduced another person, they introduced another. I didn't know those people, but they're all in my organization now. So if it's possible for Pat to know 10 people, it's possible for everybody on your list to know 10 people who can support you get your business off the ground. Now, by you looking at this wheel and you doing your first 20 people, and if you're in the business, get another wheel out and fill it out, because believe me, if I, after 25 years, can still fill a wheel of people who I haven't asked yet, you can. So if you, there's you with your 20 people, and those 20 people each know 10 people, that equals 220 people that you can network through. Now, don't tell me that you couldn't get 20 customers out of those people, because that's really all you need. 20 customers and 2 or 3 people that would be interested in earning an extra income as well. Of course you can, but you will never ever get them if you don't do the wheels. Grow your business wheels, and this is what I'm calling them, grow your business wheels. You can do a wheel out for your brochures. I wrote the word books because brochures was too long for the little circle. So, brochures. So you could give your brochures out to people, and you could say to them, have a look at my brochure. Maybe you'll buy, I always call it my shop. Would you have a look at my shop? And they usually go, ha, 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 ha. And they laugh because, you know, when you say the word shop, but it is your shop. It's your shop without the overheads. So you can give every 20 people them and ask them, would they place an order? Would they bring them into work for you? Would they ask their friends and family for you? That maybe they'll buy a tooth gel, maybe a shampoo, maybe a deodorant, and you can do wheels for your books. You can do many wheels as you like. You can do wheels for business launches. Who's going to do a business launch for you? And out of those business launches, somebody else will do a business launch. And it just grows and grows and grows, exactly like I did on the wheel before. You can do wheels for Facebook, people that you talk to on Facebook. You can keep filling in names and know one day, well, I'll go back to her or I'll go back to him, or I made contact with that person on Facebook, and do a Facebook wheel, 2 or 3 or 4 of them. You can do people who you know from abroad. Who do you know lives in another country? Because this presentation here is going out to people from all different countries. And I'm sitting in my house in Lurgan. So because of the internet now, you don't have to be everybody be in your same neighborhood. And then the PUPs, that's personal usage packs. You can put a wheel of who you're going to give samples of your products to. Now, don't tell me that if you did and run your business with all of these things, don't tell me that you couldn't get customers. And don't tell me that you couldn't get other people that's interested in earning money and interested in changing their lives also, interested maybe in leaving their job, interested in maybe staying at home with their kids, interested because they're a one-parent family, you know, all of those different things. And these wheels help you. You just keep filling them in, keep filling them in, keep filling them in. Have blank ones all the time. And all of these things will be on the page that you can go up and they'll be in the files and you can print them off. So they're all there for you. Keep filling in your wheels. Contacts after contacts after contacts. And that's all you have to do, because you need to be speaking to people. Speak to people about your business and speak to people about your products. Now, the next thing that I want to share with you is for to help you grow in your business, whether you're in the business long or whether you're in the business that you've just started in the business, you will see here, learn CCs. And CCs are just like points. You learn CCs. And that's what this business is all about. Learning your CCs. So learn your CCs, talk your CCs, count your CCs, and there's CCs in success. There's CCs in success. And your CCs is how this business is growing. You should make it your aim to do a minimum of 5 CCs a month. And if you're doing 5 CCs and people who come into your team are doing 5 CCs, it's amazing how your business grows. But you aim to do a minimum of 5 CCs a month. And speak to your sponsor and ask them, how do I do 5 CCs? I'm going to show you right now how to do 5 CCs. But make it a goal for yourself. On the 2nd of June, I placed an order with Forever, and I don't really do retail, and I don't really have very many customers now. And I put an order in for 4.5 CCs on the 2nd day of the month. And that's what you want to do. Get all your CCs in at the beginning, and then whatever comes on board after that is a complete pleasure for you in your business, because as you're moving up the marketing plan, your CCs count. So learn CCs, talk CCs, count CCs, and there's CCs in success for you. There's no CCs in TVs. When I heard this expression first, I just absolutely loved it. There's no CCs in TVs. And what does that mean to you? Well, what it means is that turn off what we call the idiot box and find the time that you find. Enjoy your business. Enjoy learning your CCs. Enjoy learning your marketing plan. Enjoy learning what do you want, when do you want it, and what I've got to do to get it. Have a great enjoyment with the company. It's a really exciting adventure for you, because the most people that I meet are browned off and bored. So with their job, the odd person likes their job, but most people are browned off on board with their job. So this is going to give you a new lease of life. This is going to give you a new thing, challenges to come across, and they're all enjoyable. So turn off the idiot box and see what you can do. And know how many CCs you need to have to get what you want. You need to know how many CCs you need. You need this. So because we know you need this, we put together a formula. And this formula is on your special events page as well. And the formula will show you what you need. And if you look here at 1cc, 1cc, this is what it's worth at wholesale, this is what it's worth at retail, this is how much you make profit, this is how much bonus you get. So that and that equals that. Now, let's say you have said that I would like to earn £1,000 a month. Well, you would be looking at 10 cc's, just over 10 cc's. So 10 and one of them is 12. So roughly about 12 cc's is needed to be done for you to earn £1,000 a month. And then you sit down and you work out, what do I need to do 12 cc's? But what the lovely, exciting thing about this is, if you look at this when you join the business, you're an assistant supervisor, and then you move up the marketing plan, and you come down here to manager, this is where all the money's at, so this is where you want to be going here. If you look up here at 20 cc's as an assistant supervisor, is worth 1,628, but the same thing down here is worth 2,139. Now, I know which one I would prefer. Yeah. And if Louise is listening in, we were talking to Louise the other day, and she's in the bank and she does all the figures. Louise will go through all of this and she'll know, right, that's what I need to do to get the manager, Louise. That's all your figures out there for you. So this is what you need to find out. And the way I worked it out was every 100 cc's was worth roughly about £2,000 a month to me. Yep, in my business. Now, what do we do when we're counting our cc's and we're finding out what we want and we need to put something to it? This is what you need to do. You need to be volume mapping out your business. You need to map out your business. Map your CCs. No mapping, no success. And the CCs are in success. If you cannot build your business without mapping it out, knowing what you've got to do, knowing where you're going, knowing and doing your circles and doing them over the wheels and doing them over and over again, you're going to do your mapping the exact same way. So let me give you a little example about what mapping means. Please speak to your sponsor and get them to help you map. Once you've got a good grasp of the mapping, you change it, you tweak it, you pull it out, you change it, you do another one. A week goes past and something might happen and you go, oh wow, didn't expect that, and you add this and you take it away. But this is an example. So there's you. And you will always start off with your own little bubble up here. And this little bubble is your consume, sell, and follow-up bubble. That's what that bubble is. So you will be consuming the products yourselves, you will be selling the products, and you'll be following up with anybody that has used the product. And because you've done a business launch, you will have people to follow up. Then you will be running your business and you will be volume mapping up out. Maybe you're going to do a business launch. Maybe you're going to do 2 business launches. Maybe that's what you're going to map out that you're going to do, and you can write the dates of the launches. Maybe you're going to be speaking to people about your business. Maybe you're going to do, they're going to do launches and you're just going to map them out. So in this bubble up here, your consume, sell, and follow-up bubble, we always aim for roughly about 2 cc's because that's usually what happens in there. Some people do 4, some people do 10, but let's say a minimum of 2. Your business launches, as you can see, roughly gets you about 1.5, when you bring a new person into your business, it's just over 1cc, but I always count it as 1cc. There's another business launch being done, and say there's only 1cc done on that. There's another new person coming on board. Another launch has been done. Another launch has been done. I've only given it one. So what you will be doing there then is, if you say to yourself, oh, well, on this date here, I've got this launch booked, and if that launch booked, draw it out. And then whenever you finish it, go in here and put in the many CCs that you actually did. Down here, you can write, instead of doing FBO, you could write the person's name who's interested in looking at your business. It's your little map. It's your little map. So if you go here and you see that C equals consume, S equals sell, F stroke UP does follow up, business launches, and your forever business owners. So if you count your CCs up on your page, then you would have had 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 11 CCs done in your business, and you're halfway to supervisor. Halfway to supervisor. So what we've covered this evening is, we've covered your what do you want, when do you want it. We've covered with you that you need to know what it is. We've covered with you how you actually can work out your CCs and find out how much money you need to get whatever it is you wanted. And we've helped you, show you a little map of how you get started in the business. Now, this little module, I'm going to, and you can see it up here, that I'm going to put the training, I'm going to display it for 1 week. And then next week, when I do the module number 2, I'll be taking this one down and putting the other one up. So you've got a full week to watch this and take the notes down from it and copy it and train it and whatever. But let me tell you, that's the beginning of your business. But it's not the beginning, because whenever you're a year in the business, you'll do the exact same thing. When you're 5 years in the business, you'll do the exact same thing. When you're 25 years in the business, you do the exact same thing. So I thought we'd start our module off with what the basics is of your business, is talking to people, multiplying your time through other people's efforts and networking through people. And I'll help you do different lines of how to ask people and what to say to them as well. And we'll give you techniques and whatever that will be able to help you. So I hope our module number 1 was of benefit to you. Of course it was. And then number 2 will be coming on next Monday. But next Monday I will have the link booked for 8:30, and we will start on time, and we'll finish. It'll last 45 minutes every week. So I'll put this up for a week. I'll take it back down again. And your job is to go out and build your business. Forever is there to give you everything that you desire yourselves. But you need to know what you want for us to be able to help you. So cheerio, everybody, and I'll see you around, and I'll see you on the next module. Bye bye for now.